Well, I thought that we competed really well as a group together, and I think that sometimes you go back and you watch the film, and maybe you're a little more impressed with the film than you were with the game. But in this situation, I think we're more impressed. We felt really good about the win and how we played, but as you went back and watched the film, we just had certain parts of that game where we really competed well as a group, and we didn't do everything right, but our effort was so good that it made it really tough on them. And that's when you got guys helping each other, trusting each other. And I mentioned after the game that I thought the best thing about that game is I think we really grew as a group in our ability to trust each other.
We saw the officials kind of hold off a little bit, let you play a little bit more against Utah State. Do you kind of prefer that, or do you like the tighter call games?
Well, for me, I worry more about our players being able to adjust to that night and how it's being called, and that's what I thought our guys were really good at. Is that one of the few games all year where I don't think I made one substitution all night based on the foul issues. It was all kind of strategic issues and fatigue issues, which is the best way to try to manage a game. And so the fact that our guys were able to adjust to that, I think, is more of a factor for us than how the game is actually going to be called.
With these new rule changes, how much of practice is being devoted towards foul management and backing up?
Earlier in the year, the first 2 weeks of the season, our guys really spent a lot of time on not only trying to manage that during practice, but watching film after practice and try and get a real idea. And I think what they came up with is, most of it is all hands. Is that if you keep your hands out of the play and you can anticipate and get to the spot, that you probably have a pretty good chance. Charges late by second defenders are almost impossible to get now, and so that's something that our guys have to learn from. But we don't spend as much time on it now because I think our guys have kind of figured it out a little bit. I hope they have anyways.
How do you feel your freshmen have been? We saw Frank kind of break out of his shell a little bit last game. How do you feel just your freshmen in general have been developing?
Well, the new guys really gave us a lift in that game. Eric Maker was, terrific. Frank was really good. Skylar Halford gave us a real lift, and those are guys that this is the first time through for them as far as our program is concerned, and so you take that group with Luke, and you just hope that guys continue to feel more and more comfortable the more time they get.
Dave, this idea to play a round-robin holiday tournament with the in-state schools, maybe at ESA, has kind of reared its ugly head again. What's your opinion? Would you be for or against such a thing?
Well, I just it's hard to get any legs to it because guys want to play games in their home venue, I think, and I think if you go to that and you could still figure out a way to where teams would travel to everybody's place, it might be something that would have a few more legs, and guys might be interested in it. But if you're going to play that once a year, every year, and then it takes away, it's hard to get home games. That's just the matter of all of our business here in the Wasatch area. We've all got good teams, and we've got good home venues, and so if you took the in-state games away, it just makes it really difficult to see how you can manage that.
Most challenging aspects of the North Texas game?
These guys are really quick, and they play fast. Their guards are really good dribble penetrators. They get the ball to the rim. They got a couple good three-point shooters that kind of come off the bench. Their big guy might be the best running big guy that we've faced. I mean, he can really get out and run to the rim, and they get the ball to him pretty well.